An adventurous lady named Wall wore a newspaper dress to a ball. Her clothing caught fire and burned her entire. Front page, sporting section, and all.
A girl can smoke, a girl can drink, a girl can dance all day. But she can't strike a match on the seat of her slacks, 'cause she just ain't built that way.
There once was a sheik named El Saud. Of 21 wives, he was proud. Said his son, I know Pa, but I never met Ma. She somehow got lost in the crowd.
Would you feel more comfortable if these were chiseled in stone?
Yes, I would.
A crocodile anxious to eat was snapping at fish for a treat. When he cried with a whale, I've swallowed my tail, but at least I'm making both ends meet.
That one didn't quite scan.
Yes, I think so.
A certain young fella named Bibi wished to marry a lady named... An adventurous lady named Wall wore a newspaper dress to a ball. Her clothing caught fire and burned her entire. Front page, sporting section, and all.
A girl can smoke, a girl can drink, a girl can dance all day. But she can't strike a match on the seat of her slacks, 'cause she just ain't built that way.
There once was a sheik named El Saud. Of 21 wives, he was proud. Said his son, I know Pa, but I never met Ma. She somehow got lost in the crowd.
Would you feel more comfortable if these were chiseled in stone?
Yes, I would.
A crocodile anxious to eat was snapping at fish for a treat. When he cried with a whale, I've swallowed my tail, but at least I'm making both ends meet.
That one didn't quite scan.
Yes, I think so.
A certain young fella named Bibi wished to marry a lady named Phoebe. But said he, I must see what the clerical fee be before Phoebe be Phoebe Bibi. Does that work?
Ah, that's There was an old hermit named... No.
No.
A wonderful bird is the pelican. His mouth can hold more than his belly can. He can take in his beak enough food for a week. I'll be darned if I know how the hell he can.
Oh, it's easy to be gay and chipper with a glass and a lass and a kipper. But the man who's worthwhile is the man who can smile when he gets his tie caught in his zipper.
You know, it'd be impossible for anybody who's over the age of 25. I remember this, and I'd get chills. True. Chills, right? I'll do the words for you. Just a little underneath there, Doc. With his faithful Indian companion, Tonto, the masked rider of the plains led the fight for law and order in the early West. Return with us now to those thrilling days of yesteryear. From out of the past come the thundering hoofbeats of the great horse Silver. The Lone Ranger rides again. Would you welcome his faithful companion, J. Silverheels Tonto?
Yes.
Everybody's over 80.
Wonderful, wonderful. Make the fellow feel younger.
Make you feel young? That's funny you would say that, make you feel young. When we came down to rehearse the little thing we're going to do later, somebody kept saying, how old do you think he is? I said, gee, I really don't know. And one of the secretaries come up and says, he looks like he's 30. I don't know what they expected you to be, come in like this or something. But I think they they go, how long did you play Tonto on the TV
8
show?
years, from 1949 until 1957.
49 to 57. And you worked at that time with
Clayton Moore.
Clayton Moore. I mentioned one night on the air, the original Lone Ranger, I think I mentioned, Brace Beamer? And I said something that Mr. Beamer had passed away. And I received a telegram the next day from Brace Beamer. So obviously I made a little error there. You never played the radio
No, I never did.
version at all, just the TV thing.
Began in 1949.
How did it come about?
Actually, I don't know. I was up in Arizona filming a picture called Broken Arrow with Jeff Chandler. I was doing the
remember
part
the
of
picture.
Geronimo in that. And my agent wired me and told me that he had signed me for the part of Tonto in the Lone Ranger TV series. And I was very lucky.
Well, you didn't audition or anything at all?
No, I never did. I think the gentleman that owned the corporation at that time was a man named Trendlin. I think he wanted a real Indian. So just being a real Indian. I
Yeah,
guess
usually
that's
what they
very
do. Yeah, that helps, doesn't it?
Yeah. Sometimes. Yeah.
Well, Hollywood, we know Hollywood. They do strange typecasting. Usually if they go out, you see more people on movies who are not Indian, who have played Indians. From the late Jeff Chandler to practically everybody ended up playing an Indian except real Indians.
That's right.
Does this bug the Indians sometimes?
Those of us who are trying to be Indian actors, yes, it does. But there isn't much you can do about it.
Now, the series, I see it occasionally. They ran it in New York here. I guess it's still syndicated around the country, right?
I think it is, yes. I know it plays in the foreign countries, many of the foreign countries. I get letters from different parts of the world.
You know, it's a funny thing. I mentioned that getting a chill, but it is actually true. I guess that comes from childhood. I remember the radio, but at the end, the beginning and the end, when he would ride off, sounds corny, and go, hi, I used to sit and get goose pimples. Did anybody else do that, or is it just, was I nutty as a child?
I used to listen to it too, Johnny. I got the same thrill.
You listen to it? Hey, now, since it is in syndication, you still getting paid for that?
No, it's a sad fact. Our provisions of the guild weren't as they are today in 1949. We got up until the 7th run, and they were through the 7th run in about 2 years.
So, got no what they call in the business residuals at all, huh?
No wampum, Johnny.
No wampum. Well, first you got to get the money they owe you for South Dakota. Before you can get residuals, that's tough.
Well, from Manhattan.
Yeah. $24. Nowadays, there are a lot of people who would sell it back for $24 the way it's in. Did you always want to be an actor? Somebody told me you were a professional, or was a semi-professional boxer at one time?
Oh, no, I was an amateur boxer, but I was a professional lacrosse player in Canada. In fact, that's how I got to California.
Playing lacrosse?
Yes, they were introducing the game in Southern California, and I went along with the teams, and Mike Frankovich was broadcasting our games, and he being the adopted son of Joey Brown, I met Joey Brown through him. And through his influence, I got into the Screen Extras Guild and worked a number of pictures.
Lacrosse is a rough game, but that basically was an Indian game, was it not?
Basically, yes. That's where I get the nose from.
Busted a few times with those
Yes,
rackets?
a number of times.
You didn't have any ambitions before that, huh? To be an actor
No,
at
I
all?
never did.
So you went into the first series, the first of movies.
Yes. And then in 49, the series. And stayed there for 8 years.
Yeah, we're going to do a little thing. Did you ever do anything in movies that you felt that compromised? A lot of times when they do movies, you hear from the Indian nations that they think that the Indians sometimes are being sold short in movies because the movies have played kind of fast and loose with American history, as you know.
Yes.
And it's a strange thing. In motion pictures or in history, if the Indians win, it was always a massacre. If the white man won, it was a stunning victory, which was not always the same. But history sometimes gets turned around a little bit. Sometimes do you think that the dignity of the American Indian was compromised sometimes by Hollywood's version of history?
Yes, I think in most of the cases it was. They have projected a stereotype Indian, which is very unreal. I mean, most Indians resent it. As I said before, there's not much you can do about it.
Yeah, they're still trying to set it a little bit straight, but a little bit late.
Yes.
We're going to take a break. We will be right back. Stay where you are. You know, working so closely for all these years with one man, even the Lone Ranger, would probably put a strain on any relationship. And we were wondering what might happen if Tonto decided he wanted temporary change and decided to seek employment elsewhere. So here's the premise. I'm playing the personnel director of a large corporation, for example, NBC, and I'm going to interview prospective employees. Now, let's see, who's the next applicant? Tishman, Tibur, Tobias, Tonto. Miss Loomis, would you send in Mr. Tonto, please? Nice of you to come in. Let's see. Let's get right to the application here. May I have the last name, please?
Tonto.
All righty. The first
Tonto.
and middle.
Tonto.
Tonto.
No. No first or last name, all Tonto.
Well, that's certainly an unusual name.
Just talking about that the other day with Hildegard, Kenton Floss, and Ethan Zimbalist Jr.
Well, Mr. Tonto, I'm just looking over your application here, and I'm not sure we have an opening at this time for a faithful sidekick who can make a tasty dinner out of desert roots.
First you take our land, then you knock our skills.
No, I didn't mean to knock your skills. It's nothing of the sort. Perhaps if we had an interview in depth here. Now, would you tell me, who was your last employer? Can I have that?
I worked 30 years as faithful sidekick for Kimasabe. Hunt, fish, make food, sew clothes, sweep up, stay awake all night, listen for enemies for Kimasabe, risk life for Kimasabe. 30 lousy years.
And for this, what was your salary?
Salary? What salary?
Well, your payment, something he gave you in exchange for your chores.
Once Kimasabe let me peek under mask. No big deal.
But no money.
Silver bullets don't grow on tumbleweed, fella. You got to buy them with Tonto's salary.
Oh, I see. That's right. He was always giving away silver bullets. Silver this, silver that, hi-ho, silver.
Kimasabe have precious metal hang-up.
Yes. By the way, what does Kimosabe mean? And why did he finally leave?
Him find out what Kimasabe means.
That would do it, yes. Now, Mr. Tonto, as you know, this is a highly industrial society. We need specialized skills. Did you have any of those?
Tonto can ride upside down hanging from horse to avoid getting shot.
Well, I don't know about that.
How about standing outside window and imitating owl?
I'm sorry, all our vice presidential positions are filled. What else could you do?
Tonto expert in pressing ear to ground, tell when train come.
Well, that's not bad. Maybe we could switch that. You could press your ear to the wall and tell when the elevator is coming.
Now, Tonto asks question. When was last time Timmy with pencil swallow entire buffalo sideways?
I see. Well, we're just trying to help you, sir. If you'd like to find a position for you, if we do find a position, where would you like to relocate, Tonto?
Toronto.
Toronto, Tonto? Do you have any special language skills, Tonto?
Tonto speak Esperanto.
Tonto Esperanto. So, as I understand this now, your ideal job would be,
Tonto to Toronto for Esperanto and pronto.
Thank you very much, Tonto. We'll try to fix you. That's funny, Bray. I didn't know that I could quite get through that. Him let me peek under mask. No big deal. I said if I can get through that one, I got it made. You're full-blooded Indian, right?
Yes, full-blooded
Mohawk, I understand.
That's true. Yeah.
Do they refer to Indian nations? Is that true, or tribes? What is the correct? They say Indian nations.
They use to refer to them as Indian nations, but now they're referred to as tribes.
Did you ever check back in your genealogy, your parents, or your grandparents, and find out exactly how far back you could trace your lineage?
Oh, to my great-grandfather, I think, as far as we can go.
See, now, Mohawk were what?
Part of the Iroquois Confederacy there.
That was back here in the Northeast, right?
That's right, yes.
Gee, that's fascinating. Let me do this, and then we'll be right back.
Okay, we have
Okay,
some...
we have the wood now. Good. Now, don't be afraid of this, really.
All right.
All right? Now, I want you to do this to me first, okay? You take this board and you break it over my hand. Now, I don't have to do too much of... most you see in karate, they stand there and they strain like this, and you break the wood on their hand. Oh, that's nothing. That's easy. The other way. But now, as a limp hand with internal power, break this right over my hand. Just take it like that and break it over.
Right over your arm?
Yeah, well,
I
take...
can't do that, anybody.
You can do it. Go ahead.
Well, that doesn't sound right.
Well, just do it anyway.
Hard?
Oh, that's what. Yeah, not with the corner.
Not with
the
the-
flats
no,
are.
I
Yes.
Oh, no, I wouldn't do that. Bill, that's not honorable kung fu.
That's right. Exactly. Hard. That's it. See? There's nothing to it. Now, what you said before was that what you want to do is to break it with the palm of the hand. Wait a minute.
Oh,
This is nothing to it. Really, I can do nothing with my hand.
All right.
All right, now that you've learned the horse stance so well, get in the horse stance and I'll break one over your knee. How's that? No, really, it's true. You can't do it.
How come it took you 10 years? I don't know.
See? All right?
Yeah, but you're 10 years of that, all
Well,
of it.
that's all right. You can do it. Now, with this, I'll end my demonstration.
You may end yes. How do you mean that? With this, he says, I'm going to end the demonstration. Oh, yeah.
By the way, this is going to be shown at Town Hall on the 17th of this month, which is this Saturday night. Kung Fu
demonstration?
and everything. Karate as well as Kendo, Judo.
Like
okay?
like
okay,
a
now put
rock.
Okay, good.
Like
Beautiful.
Let me know when you're going to do this.
Well, you're going to hold your hand in the regular position.
Why, does
You
that,
know, yeah, that tenses it up a little more. Okay, hard. Yeah, that's
horse.
hard. That's it, good.
I'm into a horse.
All right, good. Now, one time. What? Yeah, one.
Anytime you're ready.
Wait, one more.
What do you do?
That's it.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, I'm going to tell you. Jimmy Brown will be out in just a moment. Stay where you are.
The National Hollerin', Hollerin contest was held in Spivey's Corner, North Carolina, this past July. We have with us tonight the champion, and the runner-up hollers in the United States. It's true. They come from Sampson County, North Carolina, and they came up yesterday. I understand this is the first time either of them have been in New York. Would you please welcome Dewey Jackson, and Henry Parsons. Gentlemen. Gentlemen, I welcome you. You are Mr. Jackson?
I'm Jackson.
And Mr. Parsons? And Sampson County, North Carolina?
North Carolina and Sampson County.
You've got some friends here tonight. Whereabouts exactly is Sampson County? What's that?
Well, I live near Spivey's Corner.
Spivey's Corner.
Spivey's Corner is 5 miles south of Salem, of Hamburg.
Uh-huh.
5 miles north of Broadslab.
Ah, that locates us for it. I got it nailed now. I understand, gentlemen, this is the first trip to New York for you?
First trip to New York is right.
What do you think of our city?
Well, it's all right. Everybody's mighty faced. Looks to me like.
Everybody's what?
Faced. They just going in a run down the street. You see you walking so fast.
Oh, fast.
Fast, yeah.
Oh. Hey. Now, this is a face-paced town, all right. Mr. Parsons, what do you like best about New York?
Well, it's fun. I saw a whole lot of pretty girls and just a few pretty men.
you got down to the village, huh? What did you, was this your first airplane?
Yes, first. No, I rode a little on local planes.
Uh-huh.
Small planes.
My first trip.
But your first trip?
Yes.
Did you come up by jet? Jet aircraft?
Whispering to it.
Huh? How did you like it?
Fine.
Yeah?
Fine.
Didn't bother you at all? How old are both of you gentlemen? May I ask? You mind?
Yes, sir.
How old are you, Mr. Jackson?
70.
70?
70.
63 in November the 6th.
73.
73.
73. Better watch. You're trying to sneak a fast 10 years past you, huh? Don't let him make him older. How now? What exactly is hollering?
Hollered?
Yeah. How would you do?
Well, just go to holler.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
How did it come about? I mean, how did you learn to holler?
Well, I followed my daddy and uncle in the woods, dipping turpentine,
Yeah.
and toted them water, and eat ground huckleberries. You know what that is?
Yeah, sure.
All right,
Sure, I know what
Dad.
huckleberries are.
They won't know Coca-Cola's then when I was doing that. Well, I got up large enough that I could help them. They would holler, and I kept following them. They were real hollerers, too, I'll tell you that. And I kept following them, and I never have quit it. A lot of them around home, there's nobody much around home hollers at all.
Yeah. Do they have this contest every year? In
This is
Spivey's
the
Corner?
first year.
Well, this is the first year they've held it.
First year, and they're going, it'll be an annual thing now.
Good. Are you going to go and enter next year again?
Well, I'm out in the picture then. They got to have somebody else.
Oh, you can't compete again next year, huh?
I don't think
Find
so.
a new champion. What kind of different hollers are there?
Well,
I mean, are there different types of hollers?
oh, yeah, it's different.
Well, could you give me a sample of, say, one? Do they have names?
Some
Different-
of them doesn't, some of them just holler. Well, ain't got no name, just holler.
Well, how do you do that? You sitting down, or
No, always up.
you want to give us a demonstration?
Yeah, I will. Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Jackson, you want to lead off here?
Huh?
You stand right there, be fine, and face right
Well, how
out there.
about walking back and forth across the
Sure, if you want to walk, fine.
All right.
That's great. Great. How about Mr. Parsons? Do you work together at all?
No, we're not practicing it.
You don't work anything together?
No, we don't work together. I work with a big firm,
He
Warren
means
Brothers
hollering
Farm
together.
Center.
You mean hollering together?
Yeah.
No, we
You don't holler together.
No,
We don't live right close.
You have a different holler than he does?
Well, all the church hymns, and I can yodel.
Could you do a yodel?
Yes.
Sure. Right ahead.
All the church hymns, or most anything.
How about a yodel? Want to try that?
about a yodel.
That'd be before you folks. And good old North Carolina. It's raining here, storming on the deep blue sea. Lord, it's raining here, storming on the deep blue sea. Oh, that black-headed mama, she done made a crack out of me. I'd rather drink muddy water, sleep in a holler, Lord. I'd rather drink muddy water, sleep in a holler, Lord, than to be in Atlanta, treated like a no-hound dog. Look at good mama, see what you have done. Look here, good mama, see what you have done. Oh, you made me love you. Then your regular daddy come here.
We'll be right back. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Don't buy myself a lot
One of the searing questions in the political campaign this year is the urban crisis. With crime and violence on the rise, there seems to be a lack of involvement on the part of the average citizen. In fact, police will say that the average citizen will actually stand and let an act of violence happen. Tonight, we're going to test that as we pick up an average citizen waiting for a bus in a large city.
Help me, help me. You gotta help me. There's a man after me. He's trying to kill me. He grabbed my purse, had my life savings in it. He's only a teenager. You could whip him in a minute. Help me. You gotta help me.
I'm sorry, madam. I don't want to get involved. Now,
But you don't
there's a police station right down here
You
on
don't
Elm.
understand.
Go down, take
I
a
told
right
you
on
you gotta help me.
I don't-
You gotta.
Now get.
If you weren't leaving, you would be. Yes, all right. You hit me. I'll go to
listen,
the police
madam,
station.
I don't want to get
All
involved.
right,
Go down to the.
terrible sorry.
I don't want to get involved.
Oh, please, sir. My arm, I think it's broken.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, sir. I don't want to get involved. Now, there's a hospital just 8 blocks away. Just crawl, take a left, crawl to your left. You'll find it. I don't want to get involved.
Please help me. This man, this evil man.
I don't want to get involved.
Sweetie.
I don't want to
Please,
get
sir.
involved.
He doesn't want to get involved.
But it's a fate worse than death.
Well,
I'm
it
sorry.
It ain't that bad.
What about... What about this clown?
Why not? Let's take him.
You want to hold him up or beat him up?
It's early yet. Let's do both.
Now, gentlemen, please, gentlemen, I told you I don't want to get involved.
Yeah, I don't see how we can beat him up without involving him, do you?
Now, let's get it.
Now, I told you I don't want to get involved. I don't want to get involved. I don't want to...